I'm like, sorry, my kids already had like a bunch of sugar today. They don't need it. He's like, I just want to help. I see kids and I want to help. I'm like, by the way, we're not homeless. We're just locked out of the car.
Oh, that's hilarious, man.
Oh
That
my
is
God. I'm like the first like hour and a half here, I'm getting like pushed sugar. Like, if
uh,
you really cared about like a poor homeless mom and her kids, why are you gonna buy her M&Ms? He didn't. I don't think he really thought we were homeless, but the M&Ms was just too funny on the heels of the Krispy Kremes. Oh, by the way, the salami at Winn-Dixie plus pickles, terrible idea. Instant flaming diarrhea. There's my story of my first 2 hours back in the U.S.
Oh,
yeah,
geez.
yeah, yeah.
Welcome back,
There
America.
you go. Well, we're glad you're back. We're glad the gang's all reunited there. That's as it should be. We'll do our regular things there. Everybody got a health check. Everybody all right? No heart attacks. Anybody?
No heart attacks. No heart attacks.
No
All
heart attack
right.
this week. I did have a heart attack, but it was a few days ago on a live stream with Carrie when a certain guest that's going to be on tonight
Yeah,
was
this is
on there
really
with Russ, and I about had a heart attack. That was the
this is
funniest thing I've
really
heard in a long time.
this is really the talk of the town. I hear about the 13th person to say something to me about it. Oh, she roasted you. What? I didn't feel that. I guess I don't know, man. I don't know what to say, but hey, hey, whatever. If people laugh and smile and think it's funny, you guys know me. I'm all about that. But I have a comedian soul, so it's to hurt me, buddy. You got to wake up early in the morning to get to hurt my feelings. But hey, if the people like it, I love it, man. I'm good. But carb check basically next.
Um,
Are you ready for that?
so I'm ready for that. So me and my daughter, we don't have an oven in Colombia. I know it's weird. People hardly have ovens. And she's like, "Can we make cookies?" I'm like, "Sure." They were really good. Everybody was like, "These are delicious," and I wanted to go to sleep afterwards. There you go. There's my carb check.
Yeah. I'm grumpy about this thing, and I'm not gonna belay. I'm gonna make a video about it, but I have been eating clean as the board of health. At least so I thought. But I am not in ketosis. I blew in my meter today, and I'll talk about it at a later time. I'm gonna make a video about it. Probably put it out this weekend. But basically, I made a couple of changes to my diet. I added some electrolytes and I added some keto snacks. And I've talked about this before. I have never in my life bought a keto snack until last month, and yeah. And I don't want to get all fired up here before my girl G Brown comes on. So I'm gonna take it down a notch here. But I'm not happy about this thing and it's got to go. But I'm okay, family. I just want to let everybody know I'm okay because I know people worry about me. I feel a song coming on. Don't you worry about a thing. Don't you worry about a thing, family. Cause I'll be back eating my beef, bacon, and eggs. Okay? Don't you worry about a thing. Okay, I'm done. So anyway.
I love that.
So yeah, man, I'm a little grumpy about it, but I will make a video, talk about it. And the keto snacks and keto treats, they got to go. That's what I get for going back on what I normally do. I'm off my program and I just got myself messed up. But we'll talk about it, family. I keep it real with you.
There you go.
There you go.
Roll.
But honestly, other than, yeah, me too. I have had nothing but Alfredo sauce is the only carbs and my LMNT and these goofy candies that I've been eating. But that's other than that, clean as a whistle, baby. Clean as the board of health.
Nice. I did go out to eat today at lunch at a restaurant, and I thought about giving in just a little bit, and then I'm like, no, I'm going to check because it didn't look like they had much. It was Rusty Bucket. So
yeah.
I'm like, okay, what do you got as far as chicken, chicken or whatever, is your chicken fried in tallow or what's it fried in? She's like, I don't know. Let me go check. She comes back and she says, it's a blend of vegetable oil, canola oil, and soybean oil. And
Oh,
Yeah.
she said, "Is that okay?" I said, "No, I don't want any seed oils." And she goes, "Is that a seed oil?" I'm like, "Well, soybeans are seeds." Whatever. It's anyways. Then I'm like, "Do you have grilled chicken, or something like that?" Let me check. So she had to go check and see if they had grilled chicken or not. And I told him I just wanted it plain, just throw it on the grill, maybe with a little butter or whatever. That's it. And I started to eat it, and I swear that they put some kind of nasty oils on it or something.
Yeah.
Got halfway through it and started having indigestion, but
Yeah.
whatever causes than that. But basically zero for me this week. So
Well, yeah, I got you. Me too. Like I said, I'll make a video about it and talk about it, and we'll see how it goes. But tune in probably this weekend. I'll probably make it tonight or tomorrow, and then I'll release it over the weekend and all that kind of stuff. So give you guys something to look forward to, because I will be on a rant, family. I will be on a rant. I can probably. And you know what? Hey, when my rants get right, ain't no telling what I'll say when I get rolling. So y'all are gonna love this. Y'all are gonna love it.
oh, so I just want to say, making the cookies was the worst. I'm not
Somebody's
even
at the
mad
door.
at it.
what happened?
Somebody's at the door.
Nothing. Someone's at the door.
Somebody's at the door. Who is it?
Who? I don't know. Oh,
Oh,
hey! Oh,
Ringing,
I
ringing
think.
the bell. Oh my God.
Listen, I'm sorry. I gotta go. I'll see y'all later.
he's running.
No shot.
Listen.
I don't take a backward step, baby. I don't take a backward step. Why would I run? Why would
No,
I
but
run
here's
from love? Why would I
I
run from
was
love?
so shocked. I was so shocked because I didn't, I was just me. I wasn't like pow, 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 pow. I really wasn't. If it's something I
Listen,
want to know, I ask. If it's something I want to say, I say it. I
yeah,
mean,
We found that out.
yeah.
I
Hey,
love it.
yeah,
listen,
but I
hey,
did
look,
not mean that in a pow pow type of way. I
Right.
listen,
said, did you know? That was how I said. I didn't say yours is. I just said, did you know?
Right.
hey, look,
But
sis.
I like to imagine that, and it's much more funny that way.
Listen, sis. They don't understand us. They don't understand us.
No,
Okay, they don't know
not
how
at
we do.
all.
Okay, they were
It's
shocked. Some
what
of them,
okay.
some of them they ain't never seen nothing like that before. That's regular. That's everyday life. If you come from where we come from, okay.
There you go.
So
There you go.
that's what that's about. So I did stand up for years. I've played clubs. That I got a comedian soul. Now I don't really show that side of me on the internet. That's my choice. But yeah, we could have got low. We could have.
Well, no, that's just it. I
I
wasn't.
know.
If you go to my channel, that is something I have said repeatedly.
Yeah.
And it is, and the thing is, it is true. And for those that don't know,
Don't
what
not on this show. Not on this show, sis. It's a family
Go ahead.
show.
Hit him with
No,
it.
this is a family show, sis. Don't do that. Don't do that here.
no, but
Love you.
here's the
I love
thing,
you, family.
Russ, listen.
I love you, family. Don't
I
do that.
believe that, and I guess I really believe it. All right, let me just start with saying, hi, everybody. My name is G Brown, G Brown, the
Yes,
Lifestyle
yes, yes.
Changer, and
That's
I
right.
am
Yes,
the co-host of
right.
Hanging with the Browns. My
Yes.
husband, that's exactly what he calls himself. I'm Frederick Brown, the husband, and that's who we are, number one.
Yes.
The other day, and you saying that somebody said something, and that's like blowing my mind away. But I make this plea to men because I crack with my husband all the time and say that he really is a caveman. This is before Carnivore. My husband is a caveman. And I mean, my husband is very old school from my era. And so, with that being said, he's one of those man leaves the house and hey, Lisa, the husband and the wife and well, God, the husband, the wife. He is very old school. He's the one. He's the protector. He's all of those things, right?
Yeah.
And my husband's manhood is very important to him.
Sure.
Meaning, over the years that we have gone to the doctor for the various illnesses we have, I don't care how detrimental the illness was. if the medication messed with his penis, he wasn't taking it.
Yeah.
It's just that simple. And
Right,
so
right.
I would say to him, listen, it's more to you than your penis. And then he says, that's not quality of life.
I
And
got
I'm like,
you.
okay.
Right. Now my 9-year-old nephew is in here. His mom and dad probably don't want him to hear that, but that's okay. I got
Okay, well, at 9, he should know that he got a penis.
I-
And that's really what we should be calling it. Now, I did use the correct terminology. I did, but wait, there's more. There's more to it. So because of that reason, and I know, and it's scientifically proven, and I've seen it for myself, when a man has a large stomach, these are the things that I have noticed. You can't really see your penis.
Okay. Okay. Listen.
We have technical difficulties.
No, I muted her.
Well,
And I'm just telling this is not what we do here. And I love you, sis, but I'm gonna say this one more time. We're not talking about that here. Love you. I want you here. I'm glad you're here. But this is a G-rated. This is not we're not talking about any of that stuff here.
Everything I
Okay.
have was G-rated.
No. We're not talking about genitalia today. It's not, but I love you though. And it wasn't a problem for me. I'm good with it. That's his show. That's his broadcast. It's late at night. It's his broadcast. This is fun, uplifting, funny. We tell our uplifting stories so that we can talk about genitalia at another time. But we don't want to do that here on this
What would
show.
you like to talk about?
Yeah, let's talk
No,
about
the
you.
whole purpose of me
Yes.
saying that was for
I got it.
everybody that's listening to know that
Yes.
I was not being disrespectful.
I know that.
I have
I know.
shared that, and
Yes.
in hopes that more men would
Yeah.
take it. We sit here, we preach to you, we tell you
Yeah.
the different things, you know what's right. And so
Yes.
hopefully that is one more added thing
Absolutely.
that and so that was the beginning and the
There's
end
no
of it.
doubt about it. You lose weight,
Okay.
it's good for your love life.
why?
And that's good for your love life. It's good
But
for your life.
here's another thing. I guess for us on our channel, there are things that people, well, some just nosy, but you really do want to know. Things are happening in your life besides your blood pressure going down, your diabetes turning around. There are other things that happen to your body, whether women in hot flashes, all kind of things happen.
Yes.
And so for me, I talk about everything.
I feel you. I'm good. I'm
Okay,
good with that.
so I was
no-
not trying to disrespect the
I
show.
know
I
you weren't.
wasn't.
I know. I
Okay,
know.
so what would you
You're
like
good,
to
you're
talk
good.
about?
Yeah, I'm good. And as far as I'm concerned on that stream, no, you wasn't roasting me. I did not feel any disrespect. I did not feel any, man, we were having a good time. I was totally good with it. So
Well,
again,
this wasn't an apology tour either. I
Yeah.
wasn't trying to make it into that as well, because you said it was like certain stuff. You
I
didn't
didn't
want
know
to
you
talk
was
about.
going. I didn't know when you said all topics on the table. I didn't know you was going straight for the genitalia, and I didn't know that. Okay, I didn't. Or I would have said
No. I was correcting. I was correcting because you said like a whole bunch of people said something. I was like, really? I wasn't like shooting shots.
Yeah.
I'm talking to men.
I know.
Period.
Yes.
It wasn't just you, it's men, whatever it
Yeah.
takes to get you to take care of yourself and your life. And
Absolutely.
so there you go. So
Giselle,
what else you want to talk
I got
about?
a question, Giselle. So
Yes.
because you haven't been on my channel yet, and I need to make sure that happens at some point. But when did you guys start Carnivore?
Look, are you sure? No.
I'm good. Yeah. How long ago did you guys start Carnivore?
So now I think it's 162 days for me and 164 days for him today.
I love that.
Nice. So what kind of
and the great part for him, I will say, is that we had did an elimination diet for him 6 weeks prior to even finding out carnivore. My husband ate chicken Caesar salad for 6 weeks straight because we couldn't figure out what was going on with him. Why? I mean, it was really, really bad. And I'm like, no, we supposed to be dancing on the dance floor, not riding around in a wheelchair. But if you get one, please make it electric because I'm not pushing. No, my back hurt. So that's not getting ready to work. You got to be self-sufficient. And so when he started carnivore, it's like immediately changes started taking place because everything was pretty much out of his system except the salad dressing and the lettuce. And we knew that lettuce set him off, but we found where romaine didn't bother him as much. And how I say in regards to that, because he also doesn't have a gallbladder. And so there's like, what was it setting him off? It was, yeah. And I was vegan. So I had cut a lot of stuff out meat-wise. So that wasn't healthy. And just because it doesn't have an animal product in it does not mean it is safe to eat. And that I found that out. And a lot of vegans try to mimic other things. I was cracking up with somebody today talking about taking the heart of palms in the can. First of all, it's in the can, preservatives, don't buy canned goods, period, fresh or frozen. And then you take that and you put the Noritake on it and some Obey, and you're trying to get that flavor back.
Yeah.
And people say, well, vegans, how come y'all always trying to make something taste like meat? That's well. And honestly, I used to say, because doggone it, we used to eat meat and those are flavors and stuff that we like. We just don't want the animal. But no, you know why they mimic it? Because your body needs it. And that's your body saying, please put some real fish in me. Please put some real hamburger in me. Yeah.
Now tell me, sis, what was your origins like as a child and coming up and that sort of stuff? What kind of upbringing did you have food wise? Was it, the classical standard American diet coming up? Where are you from?
Okay, so I was born in Chicago, raised in St. Louis, and went to Big Mama's in Memphis in the summertime. So
okay, I got
every last one of those was something different. When I was in the South, of course, it was whole peas, and they used to do, I don't, right to this day, boiled okra, mozzarella cheese, or like an egg yolk, egg whites. That has to be like cooked. That slime thing, and same like with the pizza, the same thing. So that's not something that I've been crazy about, but we pretty much had real food. There was no instant mashed potatoes. There was no box of rice-a-roni. I didn't grow up with that. That I didn't. My kids, I cooked for them. I'm old school. I cooked. I was the one that did the laundry on Sunday. I ironed all the clothes for the week. You had Monday through Friday. You already knew when you came home, you took your school clothes off and you put your play clothes on. That was me in my house.
Yeah. And so then you evolved into vegan through how?
Because always trying to find the right thing. And I hate the fact that you would lose 10 pounds and gain 30. So my husband, it was his birthday. There's a couple that used to live here. They are in Hawaii now. And the wife and my husband have the exact same birthday. And her husband's birthday is 2 days later. So we went to Hawaii to celebrate. That we went to bed that night. That morning when we got up, she informed me that she didn't have breakfast, the traditional breakfast food, because they vegan now. And I said in my head, well, it's a fine time to tell me you vegan now. But that's what I said in my head. But then out loud, I said, okay, well, what would you like to do? And better than that, why did you all of a sudden, we've had plenty of cookouts. And so she turned on the video, What the Health. And I instantaneously went vegan at that moment on the vacation and looked at my husband and said, "You vegan too."
Well, I grew up Seventh-day Adventist, so I grew up around a lot of vegetarians and a few vegans, not really too many of those. We weren't vegetarian growing up, but I grew up around a lot of them. And I'm gonna tell you, man, that's just crazy. If you grow up eating meat and stuff to make that switch, whoo, that's definitely got to be tough. But I understand the power of, of that, being told this is healthy, this is what you need to do, this is the what you should be eating, fruits, vegetables, grains, and and I certainly went through that in my life. So yeah, I just wondered how that came to be. I didn't know if it was a religious thing or a earth
No,
thing, whatever.
my mom, when I was growing up, she used to go to the Kingdom Hall.
Mm,
But my mom is French, my dad is Black.
mm-hmm.
So my mom brought over her dishes. So my palate is broad. I just pretty much named to you at the time what I didn't eat if I wasn't on some type of food kick. I had someone today tell me, I'm going to start mushroom coffee. Don't do it. Everybody's looking for, or so if you lose some weight, you're going to drink mushroom coffee for the rest of your life. Ozempic and
Yeah,
Jardiance. I have
right,
people, they say, no, I'm doing that. Or sis, are you going to take that medication for the rest of your life?
right.
And I'm coaching a young lady right now that tomorrow is day 30. And I was a little fearful. So I really had to do some research because she's type 1 diabetic.
Mm-hmm.
And so I can tell you now the best part, because she has a reader. She reads it. She said her insulin intake has dropped 80%.
Love that.
She's like,
Love
I
that.
am like, it's unbelievable that I have not had to stick myself.
Yeah,
Just the one time, and you can do the reading. So she didn't have to prick her finger often. And I'm like, wow, that's remarkable. So not only can you turn type 2 around totally, type
yeah,
1, your insulin will be reduced tremendously.
absolutely.
And her blood pressure went down. She's like, this is remarkable. And it
Yeah,
really is.
yeah,
And but here's the thing, because I've tried so many different things that I had one person to turn around and say to me, well, you thought vegan was right. And then you thought that one, doing a calorie deficit was right.
yeah,
Well, what makes this right? And I tell people the exact same thing. This is the only thing made me start a YouTube channel. This is
yeah,
the only thing that got me off of all
yeah,
medication. This is the only thing that I turned 60 next year and I feel like I'm 33. This is
yeah,
the only thing that did it. That's how I know it's right.
That's
yeah.
right.
That's right. Hey, listen,
I'm
and
not a doctor, but I can tell you what this body is over here doing. And one more thing, I was talking with somebody today. Oh, had to go up to grandson's school, my grand legacy number 3. And when I was there, I saw some of the teachers who normally saw me just in the car. And I said, well, I used to be bigger than this. And they said, well, I didn't want to say nothing because I kind of thought it, because I could really tell in your face. And I said, yeah, and haven't gone to the gym not one day. I
yeah,
eat until I'm stuffed.
yeah,
This is so butt backwards over everything that we've been taught that
yeah.
it's hard to believe.
Absolutely. That's part of this evangelism is, getting people to just, overcome how crazy it sounds because it does sound crazy when it flies in the face of everything you've ever learned. And I had heard it,
Everything.
I heard it 20 years ago, with Atkins. And, I think back to those years, I had the answer the whole time, but I didn't believe it. I thought it was the kookiest, wackiest thing I'd ever heard.
Let me ask you this.
Yeah, go ahead.
I don't know how old you guys are, but did anyone see when Dr. Atkins was on Oprah's show?
I didn't see that, but I read the book. I'm 54. I know I don't look it. I know I look good, but so
Well, then at that time, you might not have, oh no, that you might have. Well, I was watching Oprah when Dr. Atkins, she had him on, and on this particular show, she had people sitting at the table, and they brought food out, which was low carb. It was like the steak and a salad. And there was no bread, no potato, none of that. And that was one of the questions that she was asking. And this also makes me sympathetic at times to people, because where I was in my life at that moment, I was not ready. Hey, Robin, I was not ready to give up those other things that they were talking about.
Yeah.
If someone had said to me that if you start the carnivore lifestyle at an early age, especially, I can only talk for females, that your menstrual cycle, all your hormones, your acne, all of these things, you're setting up your metabolic system. You decide to have children, guess what? You really probably real close to not having any issues, real close to not giving birth to someone on the spectrum, because your incubation system is like wonderful. And one of the things they told me about my grand legacy today, we've noticed a big change in him. I say, yeah, because I'm changing his diet.
Yeah.
Where he was pinging around and couldn't sit still. Now he's calm.
Yeah.
He's paying attention. He's on the AB honor roll. He's on the basketball team. All of these things. And it's like, he's like a new kid. I say, just imagine if y'all didn't feed them what y'all did and fed these children like I'm feeding him. Imagine how the school would be.
Oh yeah.
It's like it's remarkable. It's remarkable.
That's awesome.
Well, I understand completely where you're coming from. I agree with you 100%. Babies are born in ketosis. A lot of people don't know and understand that. It's your body's natural state. But again, we're just not taught these things. And so
what's funny for the kids and stuff, and most people with kids, the moment that they start on food and you give them vegetables, they spit them out.
Yeah. I ain't seen a kid. Hey, look, I ain't seen a kid yet turn away a chicken wing bone. I ain't
Right.
Well, gnaw that thing off. Look, massage their gums, the whole 9 yards. Yes. Now with this last legacy that we had, I was like, wait a minute. Give her a chicken bone. Yeah, we don't have to buy no teeth. Just go right on, make sure that gristle ain't on there. Yes.
Yeah.
Flavor in it and everything. It's natural to us, and we go against it.
Yeah, well, I was lucky, I was lucky. I've been just very blessed in my life. I never had any health problems my whole life. I never spent a night in the hospital, never taken a medication other than an antibiotic, never had aches, pains, trouble sleeping, anxiety, never. I just was heavy. That was my only problem. I just got to a point where I just couldn't. I had trouble carrying my weight. And I was doing everything I thought I should do, man. I mean, I was eating fruit and vegetables and grains. I went vegetarian. And I thought the whole time, thank goodness I'm eating this fruit, vegetables, and grains, or I'd probably be dead. I wasn't eating all this fruit and these vegetables and all this stuff. I'd have a heart attack. I'd have a stroke. I'd have all those other problems. I didn't have. Little did I know, like I said, I just didn't know that wasn't saving me at all. I just have some good genetics and so obviously now that I have this knowledge, it's just gonna, it's just gonna go to another place. So yeah, I think that's awesome, man. I love the work that you're doing. I love your passion and your attitude, and I think you're really, really cool, and I'm excited to do some things with you and see more of it. I watched the girls, the ladies, the low carb ladies the other night. I can't think of it. The Meat Mondays. What was it? I'm sorry.
Oh, Ollie's got the
It's
shirt on.
Meaty Mondays with the Fierce Felines. Yes, that was our first show. And when I say to you, the comments that are still coming in, that was one where when you are doing, and this is for anyone, because I'm really trying to get some people that I know to tell their stories.
Sure.
Whether it's an interview or go ahead and create a channel and just be your authentic self.
Yeah.
And because it's a full-time job, just taking care of me. And we are I wanted to. As a matter of fact, I cracked on Kerry one time. I sent him an email because a lot of times he'll come on and he'll have a bunch of fellas on there. I said, I'm tired of seeing all them fellas. You need to have some females on there. So
Love
then,
it.
of course, I ended up getting that invite, and I chuckled because it was I don't know, a couple 2-3 weeks ago that I had said that to him,
Yeah.
but it was really on my heart. And in my meditation, it a show came to me and I was like, whoa, but I don't know anybody. I don't know those ladies. The
Yeah.
first time we spoke was besides Rebecca, because I did an interview with her, and I did do one with Robin as well, closer to me talking to Robin. But it was like this. And so I reached out to them and everyone said yes.
Really?
And we
It's
just
not
went
it's a
forward
family.
with it.
Yeah, it's a
And I
family.
love the we have a nurse, we
Yeah.
have a mom of 8 and her husband. So that's 10 carnivores in the house. I just need, and the youngest is 2. That
Yeah.
their whole story is phenomenal to me,
Yeah.
of
Yeah.
how, because a lot of times it might be the wife, it might be the husband, or it might be them and they don't force the kids. In this household, they did everyone. And then they said, when you are grown, eat what you want. But right now,
There
and
you go.
she's like, and the kids are doing the calm mannerisms. They're just like the coolest kids, the whole family. And then Robin and Rhonda, which they might as well be twins, because I call one Robin, one. I'll never do them right. I really don't. I think on the show I had did that as well. And they bring such a peace and calmness to the
Yeah.
show. And I really, really, and y'all should see some of the stuff that we have planned.
Well, tell
If
everybody.
those
Tell me.
that don't know, Laura, and I talk about her a lot because she cans, and I often say the only canning process I know is like when people can vegetables and tomatoes and make jelly. But I wrote her and say, can you can meat? And she's like, yes. So she's actually done shows jerky. She can live off the land. If
Yeah.
something happens, Frederick and I are gonna make our way to Illinois because we know where some food is. We already know they have all of the tricks and everything going on at their house. So we're super excited, and thank you for bringing that up.
Absolutely. That's what we're here for. That's what we're here. Let folks know.
PM.
Yeah. So Mondays at 7 p.m. It's there's is it 5 or 6 of you?
It's a total of 5.
Five of them there, and I said I watched the first one there. It was great. You guys should check it out, and then tell everybody about your channel, what they can expect when they come over and hang with the Browns.
Look, you sure I can talk now?
Well, you can tell them what they can expect.
I'm messing with you, Russ. Messing with you. All
Better
right,
put
so
the
hanging
stipulations
with the
down, Russ.
Browns,
Whew.
hanging with the
Who'd ever
Browns,
thought I'd be the censor on the show? Who'd have ever thought?
right?
Go ahead,
So,
sis.
on there, I do there's only one thing in life I've ever regretted, and that's not knowing about the carnivore diet before my mother died. Anything beyond that, I don't wake up in the mornings to hurt anyone. I'm not waking up to be vindictive. I'm always that hand of help. I give away a lot of services. I mean, I do things to help people. And when we found um, the carnivore lifestyle. And then my husband found out on a Friday, and it was actually time for him to eat. And he started right away. No research, no nothing. It was my brother that said something to him. And it was like, okay, I'm going with that. And he's never turned back. And because I've seen how it's done for us, I shared with him, I said, dude, you like got a degree from YouTube university, for watching YouTube. You done clocked a whole bunch of hours. It's time for you to give back. You have to. I encourage him all the time. My husband's an electrical engineer, and I'm like, you have so much knowledge. Just go and teach people. And oh no, I just want to watch. And he done fixed a lot of things around the house. But this time, it was really, really different. And so when things that I'm nosy, there are things that I want to know. And I promise you, if it gets where we get close, I'm gonna ask. It's just that simple. I'm going to ask that. No, she didn't. I will ask that question. It's either for you to say, I'm not answering it, none of your business, or here's the answer. It doesn't bother you to say it, but I'm going and if I'm nosy like that, I know some of y'all out there nosy too. Well, come on and hang out with the Browns, because I talk about it all. I talk about it all. I use the correct. I call everything what it should be, what we're taught in school, and I have 2 shows on pooping. It's like, what was it like? It slid. It was greasy. I don't know how much I can talk now, Russ. It came out. Poorly. And I let you know I didn't trust the process, and I did take a laxative, and I did have dry heaves, and I was on the show and I said it sounded like this. That's how it did. I am animated, and I tell you, yes, we have a couple of sex shows. SEX. I don't know what I can say. And so I talk about the uncomfortableness, because at my largest, I was 260. I was happily married, and we had marital relationship type stuff, trying to find the right words here. And so in that, it was extremely uncomfortable. And I know that if I go through it, somebody else is going through it. But I let them know the uncomfortableness from then to, honey, what we got going on now. Yeah, I talk about it.
Yes.
I'm letting you know the different things that you have to look for.
Ain't nothing wrong with keeping it real, sis. Ain't nothing wrong with keeping it real. Well, there you have it, folks. Hanging with the Browns. Listen, I'm so glad I met you. So glad I met you on the stream. Like I said, we out here doing this work. You out there in them streets, working to save the sugar sick soul. And I'm all
but
about
let's finish with this one, Russ. And you did hear that on the show. After I did have that conversation with you, I realized at that moment about placing people in a box. And that's what I did share on our show that we did yesterday. I said, we have the tendency as people, I think about when you're out networking and you have these specific questions. Oh, where did you go to school? And bam, you done put them in a box if they don't say the right school, or you've elevated them because of a particular school. When it comes to church folks, what church you go to? What denomination are you? Bam, 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 box. You put them in a box, and it's like as if they know less than, or they'll turn around. Well, how old are you? As if they don't have wisdom. We put them in a box. And what I do, and same thing with vegans. Are you a raw vegan? Do you cook your food? Do you eat any of the processed food? Same thing with keto. Do you eat the keto thing? Because those desserts and stuff like that, they really not keto. They say it, but they really not. And when we find that out, they put you in a box. And what I did not want to happen, and I didn't know if it came across that way, but it was eye-opening for me to just say, and people say this, but you can say the words and really don't understand, or the meaning didn't hit you. And for me, it hit me that I'm starting to do that in the carnivore world, because you'll listen and it's like, tell the truth. Now, and maybe I'm wrong, but do we not elevate those that feel that they are lions on the diet? It's like, ooh, I don't know if I could be a lion. I mean, just beef. And that's like the ultimate. So
Yeah.
we're starting to layer and categorize. This is
Mhm.
where it lands. If you are happy where you are, if you are pain-free, you are all these things, and you are working on you, and you've introduced this, and you've done this, that, and the other, then be happy. If you, and this is what I tell my grand legacies. I know you guys are young and you might not want to change your diet right now, but do this favor for me. I might not be here, and that's another reason why I do YouTube, because now they have me. They don't have to look for a cell phone. They don't have to find a VHS tape. I'm here. And I'm saying to them, if a doctor ever diagnosed you with anything, I don't care if it's eczema, blood pressure, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Give this the try first. I'm telling you that this is the answer. And so do not take the medication, change your diet. And that's where I leave that. So
Yeah.
if you're in this carnivore world atmosphere and all is well, then all is well.
Absolutely. Sis, I say it all the time. I don't even really use the labels. I talk about my numbers. I talk about my carb number, being around 10 to 15, all the dirty this and dirty that and all the keto I talk about it in the family because that's the lingo that we use. But myself, when I'm evangelizing, I talk about my numbers, and get people to look at their numbers. And the beautiful thing about our way of living is how individualized it can be. Some people drink coffee, some people don't. Some people put cream in their coffee, some people don't. Some people don't sweeten their coffee, some people. That's what makes it's so wonderful for people. You can do you. It's not like some of these other programs where you got to eat this at this time and count these points and this. Man, we have so much freedom in our lifestyle. And that's one of the beautiful things about it. And I think it's human nature to want to rank yourself and be in a tribe or a group. I'm a Democrat, I'm a Republican, I'm a Baptist. It's just human nature. I've got 0 carbs. I got 2 carbs. I got 12 carbs. Well, I'm better than you. Listen, man, we got a world of sick and dying people out here.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't have time to be arguing and comparing myself and all that with people and metabolically there's virtually no difference between 10 or 12 carbs and 0 carbs. Metabolically it's almost not even worth talking about unless
Let
you
me
have a specific
this,
disorder, unless
if
you
you
have
don't mind.
unless you have a specific disorder to where you're or food allergy or something's very specific that really and some people have to be very, very, very strict because it tears them up. 75% of people are not in that category.
Mm-hmm.
It's just not even worth arguing. We keep the main thing that's high fat, high protein, low carb, and get as low as you can get, and get off the junk food. Stevia is not the enemy. Blueberries ain't the enemy. The enemy is fast food, junk food, sugars.
Stevia has been my enemy, though.
Yeah,
Stevia makes my hip hurt. But
yeah,
that's
yeah,
the
yeah,
great
yeah,
part of cutting so
yeah,
many things
yes,
out.
yes, yeah,
You
yeah,
can turn around and pinpoint. But
yeah,
I wanted to ask you, because I
yeah,
have not watched enough of your shows. I
yeah,
don't know how much that you share.
yeah.
I know that when I was 260,
Mhm,
260 pounds,
mhm,
for those that didn't know what I was trying to say,
yeah,
um, that my blood pressure was perfect.
mm,
I did not have high cholesterol.
mhm,
I did not, as a matter of fact, at 260, I was on 0 meds
yeah,
at 260, right?
mhm,
But what I did, not only did I snore, but um, the bottom of my feet, I
mm,
was probably good up until about 1 o'clock. And my feet, the weight, my
mhm,
feet hurt me so bad. And
mhm,
then, and for people who carry extra weight, it did. I don't. It didn't happen with me, but I know my nephew. That weight on your chest when you go to relax and sleep. Sometimes you have to sit elevated, which is not good on the tailbone.
Yeah.
So
Never had any.
where do you,
Mhm.
what is your goal? What, I mean,
Yeah, no,
where do you see yourself?
yeah. I talk about it all the time. It's not a problem. Watch it, and please watch my channel, like, subscribe, all that. But
Well, I know my husband did. He
17 years.
goes in on these
Yeah.
things, and but so don't trust me.
Yeah,
I'll make sure that we do.
I talk about all this stuff. My problem was more not so much like my feet or like it's more my knees and my back and stuff like that. At that, at my heaviest, I'm down almost 50 pounds now. But yeah, absolutely. Mobility certainly is a problem, once you get to a certain weight. But no, I don't have any problem sleeping. Sleep like a baby. I sleep on my side. I do snore a little bit, I've been told, and that, but I've never had any problem sleeping. Sleep like a baby. Again, I never felt bad. I'm just blessed. That way. Just like I said, I just couldn't support my weight. That was really my only problem. I didn't have any of the other stereotypical things you would think. But like I said, I joked
But
about it
if
on
you say you don't go to
everywhere.
the doctor, now this is just me asking now, because I heard you say that like
Sure.
you didn't go to the doctor. So how you know that you don't have these things if you don't go for checkups and
Well,
stuff
sure.
like that?
Listen, I said that I know of. I mean, I don't, that I know of. I'm sure that they probably would diagnose me with sleep apnea so they can get me on one of the machines for the rest of my life.
Yeah,
But
well, you don't.
I don't know if I had it, but I don't know of any problems that I had. Maybe I may have cancer or something. I
My
don't know.
co-host right there.
But
No, so I
yeah,
mean, all
yeah,
right, that is, but typical in our Black community, that is
yeah,
what a Black man said. I don't have this, this, and this. Well, you don't have it because, first of all, blood pressure is a silent killer.
yeah,
If you didn't go and have your blood drawn or just didn't
yeah,
go,
yeah.
so
Well,
you can't go with your picket sign saying what you don't have and you didn't go check.
well, I did have my blood pressure checked through the years. I have had, like I said, I've had times where I've had to get antibiotics. I had strep throat, and I've had different things like that. And it's funny because when I do go like to the dentist or something to take your blood pressure, they usually take it twice because they expected it to be higher. And I always joked around and said, "Well, I ain't got no wife or kids. That's when my blood pressure's low." But but yeah, as far as I know, I didn't have any of those problems. My dad was type 2, and he would check my blood sugar when he would, here, prick your finger with this thing, and I'd prick him. My blood sugar would be 92. His would be 125, and he weighs 160 pounds. So I'm,
And
yes.
how long ago was that?
Well, I just had my blood work done in July, and I'm having a nurse come this week and do my next round of blood work.
Okay.
That's on my site. My A1C is 5. In July, it was 5.
None of that stuff mean anything to
Yeah,
me because
yeah,
I promise you, I see them
yeah,
numbers and
yeah, yeah, yeah,
look, they inside the
yeah,
center, they
sure.
not too far over, all is well for me. So
Yeah,
and I
yeah,
guess because I never really dealt with diabetes, when
yeah,
people say that, it's like, okay, what the number's supposed to be, I don't know.
yeah,
Um,
yeah. But
okay,
hey, I'm on my path, and I'm doing this thing my way,
so
my
do
way,
you have like, I
my
know, but do
way.
you
But
have
I'm
like a
gonna
like
go.
for stop it. Listen. So for me, I said in January, I was 192. And I said by December of this year, for my husband's birthday, I was going to be 150 pounds. Well, I'm less than that now. But I turned 60 in July and I want to be 130.
Mhm.
But I have really sat at this weight from 141 to 146. It's like, that's for how I eat. This is where I am. But I
Yeah,
know, but I don't exercise. I don't do any of those
yeah,
things at all.
yeah.
So, um, but I know that I'm going to have to increase because I've given myself a time frame. And so my question to you, so you
Mhm.
don't have like any it's just whatever
No,
happened today happened. Uh
no. I
I
live my life. I live my life. I have my normal routine. How I eat 90% of the time. It's
mhm.
10, 12 carbs a day, high protein, high fat, low carb. And then I have my 10% life happens, things, come up, vacations, birthdays, holidays, whatever. Don't worry about it. I'm gonna do this until I'm dead. But I can't, it's
So
impossible.
when you eat outside,
hold on a
okay.
second. Let me finish my thought. It's impossible for me to stay this weight eating 100 carbs a week. Just can't happen. So, I will lose weight continually. I'm happy to lose the weight the same way I gained it. I'm not in a rush. I ain't racing nobody. It ain't a contest. I don't care.
I don't know that that's true, Russ, because with what's his name, Jeff DeProsperous, he's skinny as all get out, and he doesn't eat at all, and he doesn't lose weight. So I mean, he'll go 5 days at a time, 2 or 3 times a month, and he doesn't lose any weight. So
yeah, I don't know. I think your body regulates that. If you're eating the proper human diet, your body will do what it does. But I used to eat between 600 to 800 carbs a day.
Right.
That's what I used to be. That's what I used to be. Now I eat 10 to 12.
Right. I was just bringing it up because you had mentioned that you're eating 100 carbs or less a week, and that you're bound to lose weight. Well, that's not necessarily true. It's probable, but there's other examples.
Because I just feel that it does like spike your insulin. It does, and that insulin resistance is real. And like I went to the gym 6 months. Never missed a day, 7 days a week. If I had something to do at 7 a.m. because it was open 24 hours and it was 1.2 miles away from my house, I would go at 3 a.m. I would get that routine. I had a personal trainer. I lost 10 pounds.
Yeah. Well, I don't close the door to anything. I don't know what, I say it all the time. Yesterday is history. Tomorrow's a mystery. I'm doing my thing today. I've made changes over the last I've been doing it since about April. I've made lots of changes really since April. And I may make other changes, but I just don't think about it that deeply. I eat my meat and move my feet, and now I'm going to stay away from keto treats.
Right.
So,
very good. Very.
That's how I do it.
Before we go any further, Russ,
go ahead, Adam.
I want Russ to check the starred chats.
Yeah, check the starred chat.
Here we
go.
I saw Todd.
I don't want you to read it.
I already read it. I saw Todd in there. Todd's being silly. Talking about a third leg. So yeah. Okay.
All right. So I have a question for Giselle. So you had brought up the Atkins diet. I went on the Atkins diet before and had success losing weight, but I don't ever remember. I mean, I didn't really categorize anything and write anything down, but I don't ever remember having all of the benefits that I've had on the carnivore diet, like all this stuff that's gone away, like plantar fasciitis is gone, adult acne is gone, my brain injury is healed, my vitiligo is reversing. It's just crazy. I mean, the list goes on and on and on. Atkins did good for me, in terms of losing some weight, but I don't remember having any of those things happen until I went carnivore. Have you done Atkins before?
I'm in agreement. I didn't do the Atkins. I said I wasn't ready to give up the things that he said I had to give up. And at that time, being a young person, I'm going to live forever, at least for a few more years. So why do I want to cut all those different things out? This is my list here of prior, bursitis. That was my first old people disease where I turned around and I said that in the doctor's office. He did. I said, oh, my hips. He was like, that's your bursa. You have bursitis. I looked at my husband and say, write that down. That's my first old people disease, because they tell you when you get around 40, your body and stuff start breaking down. You need reading glasses, your vision start going, your joints and stuff. It start getting cold outside. No. What it is that your body can no longer handle the processed poisons and foods and the inflammation, and your body is breaking down from the food that you were taking in. That's what's going on. So that's why I tell people now, I'm 33 on the inside. I had spinal stenosis, fibromyalgia, 2 bulging discs in my lower back. I have the x-rays and stuff on that. I had lost my mobility in my lower back. They wanted to fuse it together. Restless leg actually followed me into Carnivore. I would get restless leg multiple times a day if I just rested. Then when I went on Carnivore, after a couple of weeks or so, it was like every other night. Now today, almost 6 months in, it might happen to me once every 10 to 12 days, but it doesn't disturb me. Like, in other words, that's the last thing that I feel really just going away. I used to get UTIs probably every 2 months. My sciatica, I have medicine in there now for vertigo, carpal tunnel syndrome. I no longer have to wear those things on my wrist anymore. Diverticulitis, snoring. I couldn't open jars. And then I had skin tags. One of the things that I share is that I had the gastric sleeve, and that I used to get back injections. I was 3 years on Percocets. I used to get 120 of them a month.
Wow.
Oh yeah. And I'm still going, but I'm gonna stop because I did some of that. Yeah, all of that stuff was going on, and I have nothing now.
You're walking
Except
there?
maybe every 10 days in regards to my left leg, but it doesn't keep me up like it used to. I had depression so bad a few months ago where my family like came around, but it was because I lost my mom. And when they were like, even my husband, gee, you need some help. He's like, I don't even believe in the medication like that, but babe, I don't know what to do for you. And so I started therapy, and they put me on some meds. I started with the Carnivore, and therapist, peace out. As a matter of fact, I think I was in there helping her at some point. And then the meds and everything is gone. And I did share on my channel that we went on a cruise. It was a quick cruise. We got on Friday, got off Monday, and I decided to drink, which I had not done. And when I eat something that I shouldn't, the bursitis, my first old people disease, that's the first thing that bothers me. That is the thing that, and it normally, it'll hang around for a couple of days. When I drank, the bursitis didn't bother me. The depression set back in. So I come back off the cruise. I was in the bed for 4 days. Nobody knew it because I showed up for the things that I needed to. I turned it on, and then I went and got back in the bed. Now it went away. It's gone again. But that's what that alcohol did to me. And so, yeah, it's like, is it worth it? Is it worth it? Is it worth it to have a cupcake and my hip hurt for 2 days? No. 10 minutes on the lips and 2 days on my hip? That don't, no.
For sure. I'm right there with you. And I was always okay with alcohol, in the past, but now it literally is poison. Like they would put the skull and crossbones on alcohol in the past on the label. And because that's literally what it is poison. And I feel it for sure.
Yeah, I never was more of a drinker. I was more of an eater. But I got drunk in 1987.
Nice.
Man,
alcohol back then?
Yeah, we got it the same place we got our horse and buggy supplies. but yeah, I never took to that. Yeah, but no, man, you got an amazing story, G. You're a walking miracle, man. That is impressive when you look at that long list of disorders. Shout out to Graham. I see Graham in the chat, my man. Carnivore Transformers. I got your oxtails, brother. We're gonna throw them in the pot for you, bro. Yeah. And and Todd, yes, you're a clown, brother. Shout out to my keto cowboy. That's my keto cowboy, Todd Botanist. That's my hero. That dude lost 300 pounds twice. That is my hero right there. So
Yeah.
Well, he lost 300 pounds twice, and then he lost 200 pounds twice also.
yes, yeah. Well, I think he's lost 200 pounds 3 times.
I don't know. Clear it up for us,
Either
Todd.
way, he's
I know,
yeah,
Todd. Put it in the comments. What is it? What is it?
yeah.
Right?
Hey, listen, that man right there is.
We're
I don't
arguing
know
over
if I
Todd
can-
now.
I don't know if I can live through that. You know, I mean, that's traumatic, and that's my
Oh,
biggest fear.
I never
That's
want
my
to be
biggest
big
fear in all of
again.
this. That's my biggest
I-
fear in all of this is
Is what?
losing weight and gaining it back. I'd rather lose 50 pounds and keep it off for a lifetime than lose 300 pounds and gain 250 back. I mean, it's still 50 pounds, but one is torture. I mean, that is.
But here's the thing with this tool that we have now.
Yeah.
It's like I have 2 hashtags that I've been doing. Hashtag road to 60, because this is my road to 60. I've been celebrating since my birthday this year. And I've been celebrating. I'm going to keep right on going. Everything is just hunky-dory. And the other thing is hashtag never be big again.
Yeah.
I have the answer. I have the answer for me.
Mm-hmm.
I have the answer, and it feels good sitting on an airplane and having room on both sides and not having to adjust that seatbelt and just putting it on. It feels good hugging my husband, and we don't have boobs and butts and guts all in the way. It feels good having to give away all these clothes and putting on an outfit and looking at myself, because I said again, honey, I'm gonna turn 60, and that's a bad mama jamma looking at me in that mirror. You hear me? Yes. All of that just feels good. I don't want to lose that. And I love the fact that if I eat the wrong thing, I'll know it almost instantaneously. Now, the one thing I have not given up, I don't eat it often, honey, is jalapeno peppers. Oh my God.
You spicy enough, sis. You don't need that. You don't
I eat them out the jar. I get the fresh one. Oh God, yes. I eat them out
fire in the hole.
I do. I eat them out the jar. Since I've been carnivore, I've done this, I think, twice. I'm gonna say 3 times, but I think it's only been twice, where I buy fresh jalapenos. I even did a show on it. Cut them in half, take the seeds, fill them with cream cheese, and wrap them in bacon, and put them jokers in the oven.
Oh yeah.
I'm starting to drool right now thinking about it.
I do that, but I put them on the smoker.
Oh, I should smoke it, Adam. Oh my God.
Yeah. I had 50 jalapeno plants growing this year, and I maybe ate jalapenos from one plant. That was it.
Yeah, that's what he calls it, jalapenos. He don't tell you his jalapenos, you have to roll them up to smoke. But anyway,
Adam, there was a guy on, I did the screenshot. Now, let me say this. I said to you guys that I was on Percocets for 3 years. A side effect of Percocets is memory loss. And I had it real bad. Like, dropped the thought in the middle of, I interrupted all the time, because if not, I'm going to forget what I'm saying. Even for my best friend, that is another thing that happened with me with drinking. I started having that memory loss again. I'm talking to my best friend of over 30 years. And I said, girl, what is your sister's name? I could not remember her sister's name for that brief moment. And another reason I brought up I have a small stomach is that when you drink alcohol, it's absorbed in the stomach and it goes out. I don't have that anymore. If I sat here and drank all this ain't liquor, this is water, but if I drank this much, 30 minutes later, it would be as if I didn't even have it. So that's another thing. My bounce back is ridiculous. Also, you guys get hungry. You have hunger pains. I never get a hunger pain. My stomach, it doesn't even really growl. It's just a bubble or something. So I have to keep in mind how my body is feeling. And it's like, okay, I need to eat. If not, then the acid that's left in my stomach, it starts just it just feels like somebody in there doing this to it and it's splashing all over. And I have to actually take a tablet. So if I fast, I have to take probably by day 2, I have to put a tablet in to stop the acid from coming up. Food will keep it down, but then that messes me up if I try to be an intermittent fasting, or I end up with like 50 small meals, and I don't like that. I don't like that continuous. It feels like a continuous snack. Yeah, because I could probably eat a piece of meat the size of my hand, and that's it. And if you know how you have that one bite and you just go ahead, go and clean the plate, and you put that last bite in. If I do that, all the food is going to come back up. That I can't stand that I had that surgery, and I did a couple of videos telling people, don't do it. Do not do it, because you have to go to for like this counseling thing, and they have these prior surgery people, and all you see is that they're smaller, and your desire to be smaller is just overwhelming. It's like, yes, because for some reason, like you say, you lose 200 and you gain 300 back, and you're so focused on smaller. But they don't have me there telling you, let me tell you all this other stuff. I ended up with blood pressure medicine after the surgery. I was fine before. Now my numbers had got all jacked up after the surgery. Who doesn't have a stomach that growls? Who doesn't have a stomach that can really absorb the way that it should? Who drinks tequila and 30 minutes later they can drive? Me? Yeah, doesn't bother me like that. I
thought about it. I
can drink this whole thing of coconut rum, and 30 minutes later, I'm good.
Wow.
That's crazy to me. Yeah.
I thought about it. It was like a super last resort, but I just didn't want to do that. I didn't want to go that route. And
I'm so glad you didn't, Russ. Look, do this right now, bruh. Thank God you didn't do that. Pat yourself on the back, baby. Thank God.
But no, I just didn't want to go that route, and I knew several people that had done it, and they had gained the weight back. And again, I wanted something I could do the rest of my life that I could sustain, and I mean that's really what I was looking for, and I found it. So, like I said, man, it's it's going to be it's been a bumpy flight, but it's going to be a smooth landing, sis. It's going to be a smooth landing.
Hey, JJ.
JJ is a question.
Right. One of the things that I say in regards to, you have to first see how your family sees you. I tell people this all the time. Kids are very smart. They have watched you as a parent quit many times. Example, I see it all the time on social media. You'll put a post up. I've been walking for 5 days. Look, you walking and taking pictures and then 2 weeks later, we don't see no more pictures because you quit. You'll start, I'm gonna not drink sodas anymore. And then before you know it, about a month later, here come 2-3 cases in. So family has the tendency of seeing us not follow through. So my suggestion to you with the lifestyle from SAD to the proper human diet is just continue on your voyage. I say the same thing with salvation. You know how many people go to church and don't get it? And you just sitting there on the pew, just the pastor saying something, you can't even get it for yourself because it's like, oh, I hope they heard that. I hope they heard that. Well, you keep doing this and you need to do this. Just concentrate on you. Yep. Just concentrate on you.
And in the case of my family, don't be afraid to chop somebody in the throat. If sometimes that's what it comes to, that you just got to chop.
Sometimes that's what you got to do. Hit them over the head with a chicken bone. Invite them to your house. And now when I invite people, I let them know I only have meat. If you need a side dish, you need to bring it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, no, I feel you.
Yeah, and you taking it right on back out the house with you because I'm not going to do it. And I asked them, and now I even say, can you just make it a one food item? It has to be a whole food. If you're gonna bring some greens, go ahead and bring the greens with some neck bones in it. Okay, fine.
Yeah.
Macaroni is one item. If you're gonna do potato, do the potato. That's it. So yeah.
Yeah. Adam has greens
Y'all
with the
be
neck
having
bones all the
fun
time.
over here.
Yeah, so
Allie,
hey,
no, that ain't
that's
Allie.
what this is. Sis. We
Nope.
have a good time over here. We laugh, we joke, we clown it up. We act
You
we
can't
act
talk.
over here. I'm sorry, sis. What'd you say?
I'm sorry.
She has to-
Because
she has
they
to be quiet.
sleeping. Okay.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah. Oh, we cut up over here, sis. We
Hey, Russ, I'll have you know that I make some killer collards. So,
I'm
you
sure
better go over
you
that.
done killed lots of people with them. I'm sure there's lots of dead people everywhere that done ate your collards. I'm sure that's.
Adam, tell me how you make your collards.
The trick
don't
is
do it, Adam. Don't do it, Adam. Don't do
boil the hell out of them and put lots of bacon and grease in there.
it.
There's lots of different seasonings
listen,
in there too, but yeah.
You gotta have the smoked turkey
tell me
juice.
some of the seasonings, Adam.
You gotta have the smoked turkey juice, brother. You gotta have the smoked turkey juice.
Smoked turkey juice.
Am I lying, sis?
Yep.
Am I lying to him, sis?
Okay, so Adam, you go to the store, right? Whether it's gonna be turkey or neck bones or ham hocks, all right? You have to have that. And I cook it the day before because you really want them seasonings on and popping. I add my greens on the second day, and I don't serve them to the third day.
Right. There you go.
When that seasoning and I normally serve two types. Even with the turkey, I fried one and I baked one. Yeah.
This is
I'm
proof.
that one. I'm that one that
why we ain't supposed to eat this stuff. If you got to cook the hell out of it for 3 days.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about for like Thanksgiving. You start. Yeah, we start on. You start cleaning chitlins on Monday. Oh wow!
I don't know. Hey, listen, this is a guy that sous vide stuff talking about how long something takes to cook. Sous vide is French for we gonna eat next week. That's what that. That's what that means. So yeah, what
I will say something. I will say something. My sister was cooking okra yesterday. I'm like, what? It smells like vomit.
Oh yeah. Yeah, my wife was cooking broccoli the other day and I thought, oh my God, who barfed in the house?
No, that is funny.
Now I will say, if you take the lid off of greens or cabbage or broccoli, it has that aroma.
Yeah.
That's an old collard green.
You're supposed to eat it.
Yeah, I don't eat that stuff anymore. Although I will get some on Thanksgiving Day. That's the next time I will be indulging in the Southern cuisine, as they say. But and I'm looking forward to it because I do enjoy the time with my family and my grandma's recipes and all that stuff. So like I said, I ain't apologizing for that. It's gonna be on and popping. But guess what? The next day, back to life, back to reality. So yeah.
And I think the only reason why I can't follow suit is because the next day, and sometimes even the same day, depends on what time that pain comes.
Yeah.
And it's like, so that's an internal corrector for me.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh my God. It'll get where it just seems like a match was lit to my nerves, and you can literally just feel it going through that's just, it's too much.
Yeah.
And this is one of the things that this is a copper magnet bracelet, and it worked for me. It doesn't work for everybody, but it got so bad. I had a bracelet here, a bracelet here, and I even found the magnetic copper bracelets, and I had one on both ankles. I felt like Wonder Woman with my bracelets on. But yeah, and I did all of that along with, I used to have a concoction at nighttime to just knock me out. I would, in North Carolina, CBD and Delta 8 is legal. And I would make edibles. And so I would look at the time, and it's like, it's time to get ready to knock myself out. all because I was trying to get over the hump of the pain and the nerve endings. And if I can do just enough, so I would do all of that and take melatonin to go to sleep every night.
Wow.
Oh no, I don't want to do that again. No. So outside food is just not worth bringing some of that stuff back on.
No, I don't do it.
So it's a lot of stuff I just don't want to introduce it.
Yeah, I feel you. I couldn't agree more. I feel you.
But
100%.
I think that if I did not have an issue, Russ, I might, end up.
Hey, I'm blessed.
I'm
blessed. Like I said, I don't have any of those, and glad I don't have any of them. But like I said, I appreciate you coming on, sis. It's been.
I appreciate you having me. Look, especially after our first meeting.
Oh, stop, please. Like I said, you can't possibly. If you, the only way you can offend me is if you're trying to. Like, if you intentionally coming for me, that's a whole different ball game. I know that. Trust me.
I don't wake up thinking to hurt, harm, or bring danger to anyone. I'm always trying to help. And I stop apologizing for me. I used to actually meet people and say, listen, I'm apologizing to you now because somewhere down the road, I'm going to end up hurting your feelings and I won't even see it coming. So just know. And I used to do that. Now,
and I have, I do some of that with my jokes because in a comedian, being a comedian, stuff, nobody laughs at every joke. You tell a joke, somebody somewhere is mad about it, so I get I've gotten that many times too. Somebody will, even in my comment or people email me, I didn't think that was funny or whatever. You tell a joke, there's always somebody that doesn't laugh. I be clubs, be 300 people, and there are people spitting drinks and everybody's going crazy, and there'd be one guy in the back.
That's me.
That's
me when you're on, Russ.
I think for me, Russ, when I've watched you, I think what's funnier is the uncomfortableness of everybody else's face. That's the thing, because my husband and I, especially on the 24-hour live, right?
Yeah.
My husband and I, it's like, okay, so they don't know how to respond to him. It's, especially okay, a lot of white people on the show. So then you might turn around and do more of a black type joke. They don't know, do I say that? And so it's, for me, it's everybody. It's not even what you say. I'm looking at everybody. Adam because Adam is like, oh, but I'm with him all the time. But you just really don't know how to respond. You really, really don't. And that's the part.
Adam's usually the censor on the show. Adam's usually the censor on the show. He's the one like, oh, no. Because we do, like I said, we want it to be a family, show and kids and everything like that.
And so today you was the censor, huh?
That's the funny part, because that's why he's laughing so hard, because he's always the one telling me, like, no. And so today I'm like, no. And he's just he's loving every minute of it because I'm the one now. I'm usually the one that's always in trouble for saying something. So, for me to be telling
he did give me a disclosure prior to.
Yeah.
Russ did give me one. I just didn't know I was still going. I was like, well, I'm using all the right stuff. Okay. Yeah.
That's all good.
But listen, guys, I enjoyed it.
We love you, sis.
I did. This is evangelism. I'll come back anytime.
We out here doing this work. This is evangelism. You keep spreading that word. Keep doing what you do. We're all on the same team. We all pulling the rope the same way. And that's what community is. Okay? Diversity of thoughts, diversity of opinions, diversity of personalities. Man, that's what community is. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be out there with 6 people patting themselves on the head. What do you eat? Meat. What do you eat? Meat. What do you eat? Meat. No, it's like, this is what it's about. And to show the world, and to show the world the diversity of our community, how wonderfully diverse this life is. Find where you fit in, and come on and join us. I say it all the time. If you're 0 carb, hallelujah, you found the truth. You doing your thing. If you're 500 carbs, hallelujah, you found us. Now you can get on the road with us and get down towards 0. So it doesn't matter where you at. come on and join us. Get on this keto road to health and wellness. So, like I said, we're going to get you hopefully in the keto conversations. We'll chop it up with you. And Frederick, I'm guessing he doesn't like to be called Fred because everything I see is Frederick.
You know what? It'll be 20 years that we're married next year, and I've just always called him Frederick. The one thing I will step in and correct you, just do not call him Freddie. He will answer to Fred.
Right.
Freddie, and that's childhood trauma for him.
Right.
Yeah, that right there. That don't even joke it. You won't see the joke on his face. It's one of those. Yes, that right there. But no, I just always, and even when I text him, I text his whole name.
I'm kind of, I picked, I try to be, I'm not as dumb as I look. So when I picked that up, and I'm like, because I'm the type of guy you like, hi, my name's Frederick. Fred, my man, what's happening? Come here, give me a.
But you can say Fred.
Yes, but I didn't know.
Say Fred.
Yeah.
So I'm letting you know. So hey, Fred. Yeah. Oh yeah. Even people at work now. People at work and stuff, they all call him Fred.
Gotcha.
I just call him. I can call him around the house. I just call him by his name. I don't know.
Yeah.
I like it. I guess. I don't know.
I got you. Well, I'm looking forward to chopping it up with you and Fred if he wants to be part of that in the keto.
Well, the only reason why he's not next to me, is because he traveled this week, and I normally go with him. But y'all, we came back off the cruise, and my washing machine didn't work.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just past warranty.
Of course.
Yeah. So they came today to repair it, and he left yesterday. So
I figured he just stayed in the other room so he could holler at you from out the back. That's what I figured.
That was so funny because it was delayed. I had told him, I said, hey, I'm gonna jump on with Carrie. He sent me a link. I said, you want to do it? He had already took his shower. That's what that was. And so it was, but he and I are actually going to do a live tomorrow. I don't have the exact time. It's going to be when I feel like it because he's at work. And then I told him I wasn't doing it late in the evening.
Yeah.
Yes. So I don't know, midway. So we're going to be on StreamYard, and we'll probably talk about this show too.
Yes. Well, everybody subscribe to Hanging with the Browns, my girl G Brown and my man Fred. They're doing their thing, family. And I love your energy, sis. I love what you're doing out there. We appreciate you. And I promise you, we will, like it or not, we will see you again.
Yes. I'm looking for you now.
I ain't hard to find. Too big to hide, sis. Too big to hide.
There we go. There we go. All right, guys. So go and boot me out.
You got to hit us with the we grilling, baby. Oh, too late.
Yeah. Well, no. That's right. We grilling, baby. You got to hit us one time. We grilling, baby.
Oh, we grilling, baby. What?
Yeah. Grilling, baby.
That's right. We got you. See you, sis.
Oh, but what did we grill? What was on the menu?
That's just our tagline.
No. You gonna give me some meat. You had said tails. Give me my meat.
Yeah. As soon as you get off this screen, you're gonna get it.
I
told you he was gone. Now look at you. No, did we smoke a brisket? What was the...
Yeah. Hey, in your mind, you did all of that.
There you go. If I'm at the cookout, I need to know what was being served.
Yes, it's just the name of the show, sis. Just the name of the show.
Know, baby. We're gonna take it to the next level. Y'all need to turn around and have a menu.
Right.
There you go. How about that? All right, sis. We'll see you.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
That is our girl.
We're huge.
That is our girl. I don't know how to change the screen around. You guys have to figure that out. But there you go. Hey, look, I don't do those controls. I'm just here for the low carb ladies and the keto kitties.
All you is get the shirt on.
Yes, I love that. Well, all right, family.
Get your shirts.
Yeah, I don't know if Robin's still in the room there, but if Robin's still in the room, I'm trying to reach out to you, Robin, but you don't have an email on your channel, so I don't know how to reach you. Shout out to Grandma. Shout out to Carnivore's grandma.
I've tried to reach out to her before too, and there's no email, so I can't.
Yeah, maybe she's trying to hide from us there. Shout out, look, if somebody can send a smoke signal to Carnivore's grandma.
Yep, and YouTube doesn't like you to leave your email address out in the comments. So
yeah, well, my shout out to if anybody's got a lifeline to Carnivore's grandma, just my email's on my channel. So, hey, holla at a player when you see him in the street.
Right.
But anyway, all right, folks, there you have it. We want to thank our guest tonight, and G Brown, Angus Browns. Thank you guys for hanging and watching us. Who's plugging stuff there? Anybody got anything to plug?
We got the Chicago meetup this weekend. We're doing that. So everybody's gonna meet Dr. Hampton this weekend, which I'm super psyched for. We're gonna interview him in a professional setting.
No big deal. Nothing special about that, but okay.
So we'll try to get some outtakes for you, Russ.
I love that, man. Now, is somebody going to be streaming, or what's the deal?
I think Carrie might stream.
Possibly. Okay. Yeah.
Well, I'll be heckling in the chat.
Yeah, I'm sure you
will.
Support.
That's my man. That's my man. I like that. Doc is my dude. But that's awesome. Ollie, anything coming up, or you just on vacation there?
I'll see you guys next week I'll be at the meetup, and I'll see you at the cookout, and then I'll see you in December.
I'll send you an email. I'll be in Tampa probably Tuesday.
Okay, so great.
I'll shoot you an email there. We'll talk about that later. And as far as me, I got a couple of videos coming up. I got Keto Conversation with my man Carnivore Kip. That was we had a good time. And I got some cooking videos and some things coming up here. And on my special rant video about my keto snacks, my keto chocolates that have ruined my life. So that'll be coming up soon. Yeah, so you can tune in to watch that if you want to watch that. So other than that, I think that's about the size of it, family. We appreciate it. Thank you for hanging out with the cookout with us.
Yep.
And we will see you next. Now we're taking off the week of Thanksgiving, folks. There will not be a cookout. I'm not sure the date. The week of Thanksgiving. What's that? The 21st, maybe.
21st. Yeah.
Yes, 21st. We'll be on a break the 21st. So we'll be back next week. Then off the 21st, and we'll be back the week after that. But as always, we wish you all the best. Thank you for watching. And be grilling, baby.